For a time, Aladdin and the princess lived happily. Then trouble came to them. The magician was the cause of it. You remember that he was very angry when Aladdin did not give him the lamp. When the earth had closed over Aladdin, the magician thought, "Well, my lad, we have seen the last of you." Months had passed, and never once did he think of Aladdin. But then, by means of his magic, he learned that the boy had escaped and had married a princess, whom he was living in great honor and wealth. He knew that the poor tailor's son could only have done this with the help of the genie of the lamp. "I must have that lamp for myself!" cried the magician. At once he dressed himself as a merchant, and travelled to the land where the Aladdin lived. When he reached the city where Aladdin lived, he walked up and down the streets, carried a load of copper lamps. Everywhere he went, he cried, "New lamps for old! New lamps for old!" Now it happened that Aladdin had gone hunting, and the princess sat alone near an open window. She saw the merchant and saw a servant to find out what the man was calling. The servant came back laughing. "The foolish man says he will give new lamps for old ones," he said. The princess scolded the servant for laughing, and then she pointed to an old lamp. "Take that old lamp," she said, "and see if the man truly wishes to trade it." When the magician saw the lamp, he knew that it was the one for which he was searching. He took the magic lamp eagerly and gave the servant all the new ones. Then he hurried out of the city. When he was alone, he rubbed the lamp, and the genie appeared before him. "What is thy will, master?" said the genie. "I command you to bring me the princess in Aladdin's palace, and set us in a faraway land." The magician cried. Instantly, the palace disappeared. The next morning, when the Sultan looked out the window, there was no palace to be seen. "This must have been done by magic!" he exclaimed. He sent his soldiers to bring Aladdin home in chains. They met him riding back from the hunt and carried him to the Sultan. When Aladdin was allowed to speak, he asked, "Why have you made me a prisoner?" "Wretch!" exclaimed the Sultan, "come, and I will show you." Then he led Aladdin to the window, and showed him that where the palace had been. There was now only an empty space. Aladdin begged the Sultan to grant him 40 days in which to seek for the palace and the princess. On this condition Aladdin was set free. He searched everywhere, but he could find no trace of the princess. In despair, he wrung his hands. As he did so, he rubbed the magic ring. Instantly, the genie of the ring appeared. "I'm here, master." "What is thy will?" asked the genie. "Bring back the princess in the palace," said Aladdin. "It is not in my power to do that," said the genie. "Only the genie of the lamp can bring them back." "Then take me to the palace take me to the place where the palace is now, and set me down under the window of the princess." Almost before Aladdin had finished speaking the words, he found himself beneath the window of his own palace. "Princess, princess!" he called. The princess opened the window. With a cry of joy, Aladdin entered and embraced her. "Tell me," said he, "what has become of the old lamp?" The princess shook her head sadly. "Alas," she said, "a man came through the streets crying, 'New lamps for old!' I gave him the old lamp, and the next thing I knew I was here." "That man is a cruel magician," said Aladdin. "He has always wished to have the magic lamp. Where is he now?" "He is still here," said the princess. "He carries the lamp in his robes during the day, and he places it under the pillow at night." That night, while the magician was asleep, Aladdin stole softly into the room and took the lamp from under the pillow. Then he rubbed the lamp, and the genie appeared. "I command you to carry the princess and the palace back home," he cried. The following morning the Sultan looked out at the window to his surprise. He saw the palace of Aladdin in the very place where which it had vanished. After that Aladdin and the princess lived happily for many years. When the Sultan grew very old and died, they ruled in his place, and they never forgot to guard both the ring and the lamp. That's the end of our story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.